call my bluff with the sage of Myrtlebank, Arthur Marshall.
Good evening. Here we are fighting back undeterred with, on my left, Sally Magnusson. And on my right, Peter Egan.
And Ananias's taller brother, Frank Muir.
I have about me my friend who acts, Massey, and my friend who writes, Godfrey Smith.
My old friend, the bell. Here he goes, ting, ting. And we get the first word, or even two words, Twitterbit. Let me remind you, Arthur Marshall and his team will define Twitterbit 3 different ways. 2 no good, 1 okay. And that's the one that Frank and Co try and pick out. So, Arthur, Twitterbit to you.
Twitterbit is part of the anatomy of a pair of scissors. Rather interesting.
Disappointing, actually.
You have your scissor going that way, and you have your scissor going that way, and they are united by a screw. Well, you may have noticed that the screw sinks into a sort of little depression in order that the surface should be quite flat. And the little depression into which it sinks is known in the profession as, in the trade, as a twitterbit.
Yes, it would have to be known as something, wouldn't it? Peter Egan's go.
Twitterbit is one of several rural names for what is generally known as couch grass, the coarse, tangly grass that gardeners generally like to get rid of. Twitterbit is the local name in Hampshire, but in the Chilterns it's often called twitchit.
Ah, yes. And Sally Magnusson now.
Well, if I can borrow Arthur a minute, if Arthur and I were to have a quiet chat...
You've got him, you've got him.
Hold on a sec.
a dramatic moment, a quiet chat together, head, as it were, to head, in a way which excludes any third party, such as Peter there, then the word to express what we're doing, I suppose nowadays the word that would leap to mind would be tête-à-tête, which is rather a pity because tête-à-tête's a rather pushy French word which usurped in the 18th century the Old English, the lovely Old English word twitterbit, which means exactly that. It's a private conversation between two people.
It's a little tiny depression in the middle of a pair of scissors. It's a two-handed intimate chat, and it's, well, another word for couch grass. And Frank makes his choice.
Well, now, this is rendered fairly easy for us, I think, in that I cannot conceive that the hole in the middle of scissors has a name. It's called a countersunk hole in the middle of scissors. The couch grass, on the other hand, it could well be, except I desperately want it to be Sally's twitterbit. It's a lovely idea of a tête-à-tête. So,
well, that's what she said.
I don't care whether it's right or wrong. I want it to be.
I know, I
What a sentimental old thing you are, Frank. True or bluff?
It should mean that, though, shouldn't it? Sure.
Yes, I suppose it should. However, we now find out what it actually means.
I know more about scissors than you.
Well, someone has to know that much about scissors, Arthur. That's what I say. I'm glad it's you. I'm very pleased. It's that little sunken depression where the screw in the middle of the scissors sinks, I suppose. Well, we have shake lurk now, and Frank will tell you about that.
You see before you a sunken depression. Counter-sunk hole. Anyway, the shake lurk, like me, is Kentish. But unlike me, the shake lurk is a dialect word. And it's a dialect word for the ordinary sieve or riddle, which in most gardens, you know, you get the spade of topsoil and you and the stones leap around, and in most gardens earth falls, lovely riddled topsoil. In my garden, the stones stay put, nothing drops out. But anyway, that's what it is. It's a Kentish word.
That's all that for
Love
a
the mine.
sieve.
It's going to be Godfrey now, yes.
Well, a shea clerk was, it's a fascinating old word, it was part of the equipment of a 19th century professional beggar who roamed the streets soliciting alms. But of course, in that hard world, he would often be turned down. So to help him in his quest for money, he took with him a forged document which purported to show that the bearer thereof was the survivor of a shipwreck and thus much more deserving of alms from the man in the street. Shea clerk.
Right. Now, Anna, your turn.
Shea clerk was a Cornish tin miner's name for a gassy compound which gets trapped underground in a tin mine. And this gassy compound can be poisonous or inflammable or both.
Yes. Well, it's this fraudulent document the beggar carries round with him. It's a sieve and it's gas in a tin mine. Arthur.
Your gassy compound, dear, sounded perfectly lovely, but I can't think, well, it may be. Oh, we have so many tin mines on this game, and people working ceaselessly. So it might well be Kentish dialect sieve. And again, it could be that, but on the whole, the idea of a professional beggar having a forged document saying he's a survivor from a shipwreck is so peculiar and strange that, Godfrey, I think it must be you.
He certainly said it. Godfrey owns up now. True or bluff, it's true, yes. A shea clerk is exactly what Godfrey said it was. Beggar carried it round, proved he'd been in a shipwreck and got money for it. Mozzle, the next word. Peter, tell us about mozzle.
Well, as you know, all ruminating animals, such as cows and camels, have a number of stomachs. What you may not know is that a cow's third stomach, properly called her omosum, is known up in Lancashire as the mozzle, and it is said to make the most easily digestible tripe.
Yes, I've heard it said of certain definitions on this programme, but of that no more. Sally, it's your
Get
turn.
on, Robert.
Yes, I'd better.
I've never seen a mozzle before because it's found only in one place, and that's the southern bank of the River Shannon. And it's a rather lovely thing. It's a smooth pebble with a kind of marbled surface. And anybody familiar with early Christian history will know that is the area, the south bank of the River Shannon, where St. Patrick is said to have first stepped ashore around about 432 AD, I believe. And the devout Irish, if they're that way inclined, tend to collect mozzles as holy relics for that very reason.
Now, Arthur.
If I tell you that the correct pronunciation is mazel, where will you think that I am?
Egypt.
Weybridge. Weybridge.
The West Country.
Mama said.
It had the real ring of Australia about it, surely.
No way.
It's a word of Australian slang, first coined round about the beginning of the century, meaning luck or good fortune. So if you're in a gambling game and you have a good bit of luck, you say that it's dinkum mozzle.
I don't.
And if it's bad luck, you say it's cronk mozzle. Cronk mozzle. There I go again.
Do not be seduced, Arthur. No. Your diffidence does you credit when it comes to accents. Let it remain that way. It's a sort of pebble. It's an Australian word for fortune or luck, and it's a cow's third stomach. Godfrey?
Well, that bit about the cow, I mean, it was almost too good to be true. The third stomach and the easily digestible tripe sounded like someone was trying to pull a fast one on us, and we're going to turn that down flat.
Yeah.
Now, as for that business about Ireland and St. Patrick stepping ashore on the banks of the Shannon, the word, that muzzle didn't quite sound Irish enough to me, and I'm therefore driven to the grim and ghastly, though that Australian imitation was, to Arthur's definition.
You're
You're
fighting
choosing,
that
you're
after
choosing
my
it
sprat.
in spite of the accent.
Oh,
Arthur,
wasn't he
true or
wrong?
bluff?
True.
Yes, the accent did not stand you in very good stead. It certainly means luck. And hogman is the next word. Godfrey Smith, tell you about it.
Well, this is an awfully easy one. It's so easy, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you. A hogman is very much like a cowman, a chap who looks after cows. It's an agricultural employee who attends to the welfare of hogs. And the derivation is extremely interesting. It's the combination of two things. Hog, meaning a swine reared for slaughter, and man, meaning a human being of the masculine gender.
Yes, it all seems to fall into place, Anna.
Yeah.
Well, hogman, it's very difficult, this. It's a semi-burglar-proof door latch, which is occasionally found on an old door in a country cottage. Now, this door latch is inside, and on the outside there's no projection which can be lifted to open the door. But there is a slit in the door, and if you have the handle of a teaspoon or something similar, you can insert that and lift it. That is a hogman.
Right. Now, Frank, his go.
Hogman, medieval word for a special kind of bread made from bran, which was given as a titbit to rich people's horses. If you reconsult, Arthur, the household book of King Edward IV, you'll find that the sergeant of the bakeries was commanded to bake 2 loads of hogman a day for the royal steeds.
Well, they say it's a chap who looks after hogs. Pigman, hogman. It's a semi-burglar-proof door latch, okay if you come across a semi-burglar. And it's bread baked for horses. So Peter Egan tells us what his choice is.
Just conferring, you think? I think so too, yeah. Yes, well, I agree with you that having a semi-burglar-proof door latch is a bit absurd, really. All you need is a spoon or a knife and it's no longer burglar-proof. So I think I'll rule that one out. Bread for horses, called hogman, I find a little peculiar as well. So I think I'll go for the double bluff of Godfrey's, which is a person who is employed to look after hogs.
Well, let's wait and see. I mean, whether it's a double bluff or not.
Treble bluff.
No. It's the ultimate bluff. It's the ultimate bluff. Who gave us the true definition of hogman?
And the horses have it.
Bread for horses. What else could it be? High-low. Sally Magnusson.
If you lived in the 19th century, the chances are that you would possess an item of footwear which caused great problems of nomenclature because it was too high to be called a boot, but too low to be called a shoe. And rather sensibly, they decided to call this a high-low. And in fact, the writer William Cobbett noticed high-lows during his rural rides round Britain, and he came to the conclusion that they measured, on average, 6 inches.
Right. Arthur Marshall's turn.
It's high-low is a proprietary name, in the United States for a kind of revolving seesaw in a children's playground. The normal seesaw simply goes up and down, but there they have a kind that also revolves at the same time. Well, indeed, they may be sickaboo, but never mind. And it's also taken to the name of a children's game when they throw a ball to each other, and whoever catches it scores 1, while they're doing this swirling round of seesawing up and down.
While revolving.
While revolving.
And perhaps even falling off, who knows?
May well, with any luck.
Sheds children like lightning.
Yes.
Peter, his turn.
Well, high-low was a rather daft anglicisation of high-law. -LO, the name of a variety of China tea that was drunk in places like the Pump Room in Bath in the early 1800s. For your further edification, Hai-Lo in Chinese means before the rains. The leaves then picked, producing, it is said, tea of a peculiar nutty flavour.
Right, right. It's this awful revolving sick-making seesaw. It's a cross between a boot and a shoe, and it is a special sort of China tea. Anna, your choice.
I've had a very quick conference with my team. We're a bit confused about this, but I thought it was Arthur's seesaw that revolved, and also the children played ball at the same time. But I think that possibly is a little bit too complicated, so I don't go for that. And I don't quite understand your shoes.
It's terribly simple.
Well, suddenly you said they were 6 inches. I didn't quite understand the height of the heel, and yet it's called high-low. That I found a little confusing. So, I loved your accent.
Uncle.
I loved it. So I'm plumping for China tea.
Oh, I'm so pleased you plumped. You plumped. People do it so rarely now. But China tea, yes, Peter said that. True or bluff?
Oh, no.
No, you plumped in vain, alas. Who gave the true definition of this interesting pair of words?
Oh dear. 6 inches from top to bottom.
Yes. Slip into your high-lows, 18th century or early 19th, and they were crossed between boot and a shoe. Well, I'd say trochanter, I think. Anna.
Well, trochanter is somebody who dresses up in a lion's skin for religious purposes. Both men and women do this, and they do it to prove their devotion to the memory of Saint Trochanter, who was a saint from Brittany who unfortunately was consumed by a lion before a full house at the Roman Colosseum.
Let's see now what Frank Muir tells us.
I don't know how to pronounce this. It's really quite early, sort of medieval. It's a swipe in battle with something very heavy, a battle axe or a broadsword, designed to slice the enemy into 2 symmetrical halves. So you can imagine that if you get a trochanter in the middle of your skull, you have no time at all to do the decent and mutter, touché, mon vieux. You wouldn't, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Tiens.
Tiens. Well, I never.
Well, Godfrey's turn.
Well, we must sober up a bit because it is a very serious word, and there'll be no dialect here or accent. I'm just going to give it
Is
to you
that
straight.
a promise?
Yes, absolutely. I give you my word. It's absolutely straight. It's just a trochanter, just like that. And I can't show you because it's a family show, but it's a bump or protuberance on the upper part of the thigh bone, which serves as a point of attachment for certain muscles. And there are 2 trochanters for every thigh that all of us have, one larger than the other, and they are known as the great trochanter and the lesser trochanter.
Well, they hold up stockings.
They do every day.
Say all the thighs that we have, as though some of us had 3 or 4. However, it's a bump on a thigh bone. It's this religious person dresses up as a lion, and it's a very swashing blow with a claymore. And Sally makes her choice.
Oh, it's a difficult one. In all my biology classes at school, we were never taught about the great trochanter, I'm afraid. I think I'll pass over that one now. Anna's. Saint Trochanter, really? What do you think? Maybe, I'm swithering about Anna's. Frank's broadsword.
Look me straight in the eye.
You sounded to me as if you were trying to find something sort of extra to say about a word that had a very simple definition.
Oh, dear. Can't me laugh. No, you've never done that. Never.
I may be wrong, but I'll go for that.
Oh, well, when you try scraping around to say a bit extra, Frank, true or bluff? And the bit extra, who knows?
I could have said it wasn't true.
Whatever he said, he managed to say it properly. Now, who gave the true definition of trochanter? It's the thigh bone. You know, when I hear those fateful words, when I was at school, I always know, you know, it'll end in tears. Yes, it means a bump on your thigh bone. It does indeed. Another word is clinting, and Arthur will tell you about clinting.
Come with me, if you will, to sunny California. And you see a peach tree bearing peaches of a particularly luscious kind. And you say to yourself, ah, that's a Howard C. Clinting peach. Why there should be raucous laughter at this, I cannot imagine. Because he was the inventor, or whatever, cultivator of the Clinting peach. And they're particularly good because the flesh is very, very soft, and so they're particularly welcomed by young children and geriatrics like myself, because you don't have to use many teeth to bite into them.
Right, now we apply to Peter Egan.
Clinting is an onomatopoeic word for a noise not as loud as a clanking, even as loud as a clinking. And to quote from one of Thackeray's lesser-known poems, mountains stretched around, gloomy was their tinting, and the horses' hoofs made a dismal clinting.
Certainly rhymes. No one can deny that. The man's worst enemy couldn't say it didn't rhyme. Sally, it's your turn.
Now, I have to be rather careful about this because I was never in the Boy Scouts, so bear with me. A clinting is a method used by sailors to secure the end of a rope to a bollard. Now, what happens is that the rope is passed round the bollard once, and then it's passed round again, and then the rope's end is then bound securely to the rope itself with twine. And that method is called a clinting.
With twine.
Ah, well, it's a special sort of toothsome peach. It's a sort of tapping noise, and it's to that special method of looping a rope round a bollard. Frank's choice.
Never the twine shall be. I think Arthur is attempting to ruse us into clinting peach being a cling peach, which also I think comes from California. A soft peach that you can sink your tooth into, Arthur, is I think it's a bluff. We are deeply worried this side about quoting verse from Thackeray because we can't remember him ever having written verse. So we're driven so happily as ever into Sally's corner, and we think it's the rope.
She said about how you made the loop, put it over the bollard. She may have been teasing, she may have been telling the truth. True or bluff?
She's got it.
Now let's see, who gave the true definition of this word, clinting?
We were wrong.
Yeah. He didn't write many, very few got published. He was on automatic pilot when he did them.
We could call it verse rather than
I think, yes, I'd be very willing for that to be the case. But nonetheless, clinting is the noise of horses' hooves. There. That's a good one. More maluki is the way I'd say it, Frank.
Oh, more maluki. I haven't written it down yet. It's Canadian, and it's a nickname. I've got all nicknames this week. Most of them lies. Mormaluki is the nickname of a chap who lives on the small island of Mormalook near Vancouver City, and commutes by boat from Vancouver to Mormalook, and the Vancouvans call him rather derisively a Mormaluki.
Yeah.
In their own accent.
Forbear. Good lad. Godfrey's turn.
Well, it's a wonderfully evocative old word. A Mormaluki was an imaginary bogeyman or hobgoblin conjured up by our ancestors, by medieval grown-ups, to intimidate impressionable children. That's all it was.
Oh, well, all right. Anna.
Well, Mormaluki is a juice made from quinces by the Goanese in India. both men and women, and it's used as a base for a primitive hairdressing lotion.
Oh, well, smear it on your head, quince juice, that's to say, bogeyman, bogus sort of made-up bogeyman, and a resident of the island of Marmaluke. And Arthur chooses... Marmaluke, I beg your pardon, yes, Marmaluke, it's what you spread on your toast. Sorry. Silly of me, really. Arthur.
Marmaluke. Oh, Lord. I can't believe there's an island commuter who they call a Marmaluke.
Good. Right. Yes, I can go home.
And this bogeyman sounds awfully odd and peculiar. It's very, very difficult to believe that there's a quince juice that has a name of any sort or kind, let alone being used for something else. So, Anna, we think, on the whole, that it's your quince juice.
Well, that's what she said. Were you teasing Anna? True or bluff? Tell us now. Oh, no, Arthur. Let us quickly hear the true definition. Here it comes.
Sorry, chaps.
Yes, yes. It is the bogus, bogeyman. For all, how interesting. Just lovely time for the clincher. And the clincher will turn out to be what they say about Leicester. If that's how they pronounce it, I don't know. Peter.
A Leicester is a pronged spear, sometimes three-pronged like a trident, which poachers poach on the River Tweed in Scotland, and they spear the salmon with it by moonlight.
And now we apply to Sally.
Far be it from me to call you, Anna, a Leicester. I've no idea whether you are one in private, but you've been doing rather a lot of it tonight in public. Because a Leicester is a word for an extremely rare type of woman, a woman who habitually prevaricates, a woman, to put not too fine a point on it, who tells fibs.
And now we ask Arthur. He must tell us fairly swiftly.
It's a local Lincolnshire word for a strip of unploughed ground between two ploughed fields.
They say it's an untruthful lady, a poacher's spear, and a strip of land. And Godfrey has to home in. He can take his time a little.
Well, the woman who prevaricates, I think it's a sort of play on lie. And the pronged spear doesn't sound sufficiently Scottish to me, so I have to go for the third choice.
Which is the strip of land.
My strip of unploughed land.
Arthur, own up, old sport.
Hey ho.
No. Who gave the true definition before we draw stumps? There. You wouldn't believe it, but there it is. It's at Leicester. Leicester is an untruthful lady. And there, I say, my glasses are beginning to steam up, Arthur. At 5-4, Arthur Marshall's team has won. How sportingly their opponents played. Spare a glance. Let's have another trip to the Bone Orchard end of the Oxford English Dictionary next time. Till then, goodbye from Peter Egan. Francis Smith.
Good night.
Sally Magnusson. Anna Massey. Arthur Marshall. And Frank Muir.
Good night.
Goodbye.